You want some angel card readings that are going to tell you exactly what you want to hear all the fucking time? Pisces. But you know what? You love truth, but you don't like truth about yourself. Gemini. You can't handle it. You can't handle your own truth about yourself. Nobody can talk shit about you or call you out on shit. You like to call other people out on shit. And it's funny because in that line, you're like, I wish Craig would call him out. Yeah, that's right. You live in wishes. You don't live in truth. I wish this person would do this. I wish this person would do that. That's a puppet master. So go watch puppet master shows. You should type in puppet master in like dark puppet master shit on YouTube and realize that's what you're doing. All right. Happy birthday, Pisces. For Pisces, we're going to use the Golden Tarot. It's their birthday. It's their new moon in their sign. They got to get through a dark moon in the 12th. So our prayers go through Pisces as they clear out some of the garbage to step into this ultimate new moon light this week. All right. Last reading. You pulled the Death card reversed as your first card. Your challenge here is the Page of Cups. Your overall here is the High Priestess reversed. And the way we get through this is the Eight of Wands. Well, you're having trouble ending something or committing to something at the same time too. And committing with something through all the way, whether that's the end of something. There's something that you're a little bit, you know it's supposed to end, but you don't want to end it. I got a feeling like, A, this is just somebody you're dating, but you know it's not right, but you're just kind of like, well, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. If you're in a relationship, Pisces, I got a feeling, you know, you're unsure what to do. You don't even know what the fuck. You're almost like, you know, there's something off. There's something that you need to get to the bottom of, and you can't get to the bottom of it. For both, single and those. But especially because that Page of Cups, that's a challenge. Is I think that you want things to be so airy-fairy, and especially the fish here, you know, it's like you want people to speak nice to you about it, or you want your partner to be speaking nicer, or you want this to be a better situation, but it's not. It's like you need to look at the truth, because the High Priestess reversed here is, it's like, are you paying attention to the signs, or are you denying the signs? It looks like you're denying the signs of what is not spiritually good. And the way you get through this is the arrows of love. Love is a true love thing, and it is not something that is kind of a little dark and sadistic. And it obviously has signs from God of where it's going. And I think that this is where you have to focus your energy on, is not so much on like how the tone is set in like a very, again, childish way, but you need to really see that this is about launching your life into like where love really is. And if you've not been in love, or you've been holding on from love, like this is about letting go of the fears of going into love. And that's for all Pisces, and letting go of these situations that are kind of keeping you trapped in this kind of deathly way that you're afraid to fully end. This Death card's coming up here, definitely reversed. You pulled the Moon card. Definitely emotionally attached to a situation that you don't know how to end. Safety. You're finding safety in something that maybe you feel like you shouldn't end it because of your emotions. Look at that, Pisces too, with the emotion. But these are sensitive emotions, but it's like avoiding an ending. It's like you need to face the ending. You need to face the it's not a catastrophe. It's a transformation to, especially that you got the Eight of Wands here. Why'd you get this? You get the Knight of Wands. Look at this. Like, yes, have a lot of fire and jump into things, but not things that don't have any spiritual connection or are the farthest away from the divine. I got a feeling, and this has been coming a lot because there's so much 12th house energy coming up. And whenever I tap into the Pisces energy field, it's like this is dealing with lots of liars, lots of criminals, like lots of people that are on the dark. So like like you got to like let go of that and not leap into that, because that's actually unsafe, and that's not true love either, right? Like you can't have true love with a criminal. You can't have true love with somebody who's in a dark place. You can't have true love with an addict. You can't have true love with like any of this energy that's like not of the divine, but you keep like a little kid being like, I didn't see it, or it doesn't matter, it's okay, or I'm denying myself a love, that's fine, but I'm dying for it. You got the first house. I think that, you need to take some more precedence on realizing what you really need, and if whether or not your emotions are attached to something that you're too afraid to end, that is not defining the person that who you are, and has the confidence. It affects your body. It affects your physical body. It affects your health. The first house is your vitality. Your vitality is at risk here by the emotions. When you're letting the emotions overrule your first house, you're letting it overrule the ascendant, which is your identification. You're having identity issues because you're emotionally lost in things that you're afraid, in fear of, to end. You pulled the affluence card. You know, you can have good affluence and good love, but you can also be connected and obsessed in a weird way of like somebody who has affluence that's not good for you. It's like this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, and I'm going to get clarifying on that. Boom. Page of Pentacles. Affluence of people who, they have status or fame or money especially, is like, it's not about that. It's about what kind of love status are they affluent in, and do they do good deeds with their abilities? Like, do they show up and offer good deeds? This is about aligning with people with good deeds, opposed to aligning people who are doing fucking shit that really is not contributing to the collective really well. The shadow card that we got here, alone in the world. And that's what you feel. So you're willing to jump into situations that spirit's like, don't go. But you're like, I'm alone. I'm just going to do it anyway. There's been betrayal. There's been lies. Yeah, 3 of Cups reversed with that fucking alone in the world. It's like, you're not feeling the party, so you're willing to go party, and it's like with a bunch of toxic situations. It's time to end the toxic shit. Oh yeah, if you're in a relationship, the Star card. You gotta start from fresh and new. Reset. If you're single, 6 of Cups reversed. You need to go back to where there's actual joy and a safe space of like somebody who can like, you can trust, that like is like family, that is also not doing dark things. Because 6 of Cups is an awesome place to create memories. But this is like things that you're trying to almost push your memories away from. Like you need to stop going towards places where you couldn't go create beautiful memories, where it's like, they're not beautiful. They're dark. They're like, you know, I keep getting like party. I keep getting like places that you wouldn't want to bring your kid, people that you wouldn't want to bring a kid around, situations where you can't be in the light fully, that have to end. And you know what? You could even believe, oh, well, the father of my kid and all that shit, but like, oh, he's really an alcoholic, or he's really this way, or he's really this, or whatever. You're going through that kind of weird shit right now. Divine support. I mean, I don't know how much clearer that could be. Because I feel exhausted just from this reading, because of the fact that I was needing some sort of support, and it came up for me to give this to you, and they've got, the divine support is coming to you. But you have to be aligned with the divine. That is the message. Like if you're not aligned with the divine, and if you're in a situation and they're not spiritual and they're not, and it's like get the fuck out, because like you're at the line. You're at the line. You're at the line. You know this too. Neptune in the 2nd house with Virgo. Oh man, you know what? I think that you have to reassess your reality. Because I think that you're overvaluing things that are not clean and of purity. I think that you are decepted into what's clean and pure that's not. And I think that you have to realize that it affects your self-worth. I got a feeling that there's a lot of self-worth issues going on too with Pisces. Like you don't feel like you're happy the way you look, well, look at the energy you're attaching to and that you're creating in your reality. You got to pay attention to that shit intensely. And that is all she wrote.
Yeah, when it comes to attachments in life, we need to be able to assess what's actually the healthy ones and which ones are going to be detrimental to this journey in the long run. And that goes for everybody in this life, and that can be even the relationship with ourselves. If we're not being completely honest with the individual that's looking back with us in the mirror, we have to have those tough conversations with ourselves and the tough conversations with the individuals that surround us and say, okay, this is not going to actually be beneficial for either one of us. And sometimes we're able to uplift. Sometimes we're able to kind of grasp and hold and have that be that strong foundation, have that strong bond and continue to grow. And I think we're all searching for that in life. And sometimes we force it and sometimes we let it slip out of our hands when things just don't necessarily look right, because we can't actually see it for what it is. And again, it goes back to being too close to a situation, too close to an individual, and sometimes too close to ourselves to actually being able to recognize and being actual feel that love and let it involve and kind of wrap around us and be it within our life. But I think that it's time that we kind of take a step back and we better ourselves. In time, we better the individuals around us, and it's all going to come full circle for us if we just kind of let it go easily. Just ease it in there, ease that love in there. Don't force it. Don't force it within inside yourself. Either. Let yourself go naturally. And enjoy yourself as the day goes on, and enjoy yourself in those moments that continue to pass by.
Yeah, because I think it's like life is meant to be enjoyed, but at the same token, like it's meant to be enjoyed by beautiful things instead of things that we can feel are making us like, oh, that looks exciting, but it turns into catastrophe. It like reminds me of when I was like in my 20s and was like, oh yeah, we're all going to this party, and it's like, okay, I'm going to the party, and then fucking it's not a fun thing. People are like throwing blows, like people are drunk, and there's like a fucking car blowing up outside. Like, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, I thought I was here to enjoy myself. And sometimes, you find that random person that you haven't seen for a while, and you just go walk on the beach, and the next thing you know, it's like that moment was as simple as it is. Like sometimes we get caught up in, like, especially that affluence card came up. Like we get caught up like, oh, everybody's doing this, or this is what the big thing is, and I got to go do that. And it takes us in the wrong place sometimes. And it's like, sometimes we just have to follow the simple place that makes us feel good in our lives, There's a couple questions in the chat. One, we're having our meeting tomorrow about a lot of things at High Vibe. So one of the things is if I'm going to do personal readings again. So we'll put that information out when that's available. And the other stuff, I'm not even going to get to it. Craig put in there, please do not show up here to the offices. Like, I mean, it's getting to the point to where it's like reached over 10 people in a year. Like, it's just getting really annoying, one, because it's invite only, because we have people that film shows here. There are laws, and this is not just an open house for just people to just show up. And because you're upset because of what you heard on fucking YouTube. Or especially the worst is most people think, oh, whether it's Craig or me, because it's happened to Craig too, like, oh, that I'm your lover and I'm your twin flame, and let me just go up there and give you the love that you need. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, it's not how it works. No matter what you think, the sad part is a lot of people right now, they're going through mental stresses. We've all gone through them for the last year. But to start like actually believing that we're giving like innuendos to certain people, we're not giving any innuendo to anybody unless they call your name out, and none of those are any for showing up here. If I call somebody out, I call them in the chat, like that Gemini chick, because of the way she was like fucking said it. And then she wants to take over the chat and be like, oh, fucking Geminis don't listen. It's like, go fucking make up your own network and fucking go do what you got to say. You obviously don't have it. So fucking go try. Like, but please don't show up here, because it's to the point to where it's like, I don't care if it's broad daylight in the middle of the day. I have to look 360 degrees all the time. Who's coming down the street? Because it's that crazy now. This is not some place to flock to. This is not fucking a place to come to. I'm sick of putting up ring videos of these people. Like, it's scary. It's scary. You know, I don't like to have my gat out. You know what I mean? I don't like to have to fucking go get my gun. Sucks. So, because that's what you're met with on the other side of the glass, if you don't know. Because it's that much about protection. Because half the people that are coming are schizophrenic. I hate to say it. So, you know, they believe in some story that they're creating in themselves. And I'm sorry to say that. And you know what? That Gemini girl in there, schizophrenic. That's what Geminis are going through. It's like an ego schizophrenia. So, you know, that's all she wrote. But we love you very much and we care about you. But like, you know, we're at a place where we're going to be real. And I'm going to tell you like, yo, please don't show up. Craig has to say, please don't show up. And people still try and show up. It's like, no, I don't know. And you know what? For the grandmothers out there, the mothers, the fathers that call us to be like, why is this person in my life or whoever they are, my granddaughter, my grandson or whatever, like, you know, it's so sad, the schizophrenia that is going around from it. It's sad because we always have to be like, do they have mental health problems? Like, and I feel horrible, but it's like, please, like, you are not welcome here. You're welcome in the community. You're welcome to watch. You're welcome to but you're not welcome in our personal lives unless you've met us and we have initiated that with you in life and in a normal lifestyle way. This is not just some place where you can just show up and fucking be like, I'm fucking in your life. No, I would never go and just drive up to your house and search for your address, number one. And number two, just show up and be like, I'm in your life. That is fucking creepy. So, I don't know what else to tell you on that one. You know? So, and if Geminis are upset what I have to say, it's just a lesson that you have to learn. That's it. Like, don't be so triggered. I fucking told Leos, like, Leos maybe need to be more clear on a bunch of shit. I mean, I don't remember the exact reading, but I remember telling Leos, like, maybe you're expecting too much out of people, like shit like that. Like, what's the difference between that and fucking like you're trying to control people and be the puppet master? Like, we're all fucked up and learning to get through this shit. And if you're triggered by because maybe it's a little bit more intense for that sign this week, then maybe spirituality isn't your game. Like maybe it's not. Maybe you got to go back down to like level 1 kindergarten in safe space.